Been reading about your book, Educating for AI Driven Future. So, where you have emphasized mostly on the mindset transformations. So, what motivated you more? How did it begin? Could you please speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, the curiosity, exploration, right? These are the two main things, and adaptability. Every look at and every day major leaders that I listen to also are emphasizing these things. Unfortunately, curiosity is generally there when it is in elementary school and all, right? Kids always ask lots of questions and all. And there's a TED talk by Ken. He actually way.
We are really looking forward to have a conversation with you, Sathya. Welcome to the podcast. This is Deepika, your host for today. This space is about real conversations with technology leaders who are contributing to the technology ecosystem, especially in the age of AI. And today I'm really excited to speak with our speaker, Sathya Gunampally. He's a technology leader focused on helping organizations drive AI transformation and become truly AI native. He is the founder of the G5 Infotech, an AI first consulting company that helps enterprise systems leverage technologies like generative AI, SRE practices, and cloud ops to build resilient and intelligent systems. He is also the author of the book, Educating for an AI driven system, that emphasizes and where he explores individuals and organizations need to focus and prepare for the world shaped by human and AI collaboration. And beyond his professional work, he is the founder of the Sunrise Foundation, a nonprofit initiative where he is focusing on reshaping mindsets and fostering adaptability, empathy, and continuous learning. And he is inspired by the principles of Mahatma Gandhi and the philosophy of truly human leadership. And Satya believes that technology needs to ultimately serve humanity. We are really looking forward to have a conversation with you, Satya. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Deepika. That was so wonderful.
How did you start your journey with G5 Infotech, and how are you building your journey into AI consulting?
So I actually graduated from BITS Pilani, and then I worked in many companies like Fidelity Investments and Sabre, Verizon, and American Airlines, primarily in the IT infrastructure space.
Okay.
But when ChatGPT hit in 2022, right, November of 2022, I already was looking at IT consulting and digital transformation journeys of companies. But the moment the chat GPT hit in, I actually got the bug of the AI. I was actually following a lot of AI leaders even before that.
Okay.
Satya's DeepMind and all the work that he was doing with AlphaGo and IBM Watson, all those stuff happened in 2011, 2014, 2016 timeframe, right? And then the chat GPT kind of gave that exposure to everybody, the AI, right? We were able to see how AI was impacting before, but now you have the hands-on. You can experience yourself. And the first thing I did was I actually asked ChatGPT to write a C program that took me about 2 days when I was 19 or 20 to do, right? A very simple loop, and then realized, oh my God, this is able to actually understand some stuff.
Okay.
And then I did lots of different variations of that and exploring it. And August of 2023, I had a full day chat with ChatGPT where I brought in Mahatma Gandhi, Henry Ford, Satya Nadella, Sam Altman, Elon Musk, everybody into a virtual conference discussing about global education initiative, right? GPT itself suggested if Gandhi were to be alive today, what would he do with this technology, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
one of the things it suggested was global education. So I said, okay, let's get all these people, have the conversation. And it went from early morning, I started sometime, and then all the way to the night, continuously chatting. I captured everything. It's actually on the Sunrise Foundation website. It's a
Okay.
fascinating read, see that, right? So with all that and everything that was happening, and the rate of progress, right, especially with the AI technology, is amazing. And we are seeing actually 2023 we had some moments, and then 2024 we have the reasoning model, and then 2025 the coding capabilities of these models have become extremely good, right? And now today itself I saw the tweet from Sam Altman that next transformer architecture is going to be done by the AI research itself, right? So
Okay.
AI is going to come up with the new architecture of whatever models are going to be built upon. And Dario Anthropic says 100% of software development will be done by AI. So we are entering this completely new phase of human right now. Also seeing an impact on the jobs already happening, lots of layoffs and everything. So it is important to kind of exactly the human beings are going to excel and where we use AI and how do we make this transition, right? It is going to go to at some point it is going to go to 10x improvement, right?
Right.
But when we are going into the 10x improvement, there's going to be a lot of people who are not unable to catch up. And I see it among my friends, I see it among lots of people. They are not able to learn faster, they are not able to use these tools better. So the job losses and the impact on them is going to be real, right? They're not
Mm.
able to use all these AI tools and become productive. And today also I was listening to a podcast and Andrew, and you're probably familiar with him. He was the 2020 presidential candidate from Democratic, right? He's one of the CEOs. All these things happen in a private conversation, right? He's to cut 20% this year. A year later, another 20%. Later, another 20%, and he doesn't know what's going to be after that, right? So
Mm.
this is what is happening in the organizations, and everybody is trying to adapt AI to become better in everything from software development to marketing to sales to operations, customer service. So we thought it is an important time that small organizations would be able to move much faster. So velocity is your moat, right? Because I can see large organizations, they are like it like few to even set up a meeting, right? Can move much faster. They can use AI agents to get many of these things done. So we started focusing on that aspect of it, and now we are developing many AI agents as well as redesigning the workflows, right? And that is
Okay.
the most difficult part of it. Is people stuck with their way of thinking. The mindset hasn't shifted a lot. So we got to go sit with different in the companies to redesign all their workflows and adopt AI into that. So that's the whole journey started out. Yeah.
Okay, okay. From you, I see that a lot of AI is coming. So specifically, you are in the space of IT consulting and AI consulting. So how do you see that is going to implement or transform the IT operations and the enterprise technology?
So 2020 till 2025, mostly it was all chatbots, get some information out of
Right.
desperate systems within the enterprise, right? People can go to a chatbot and ask questions like, hey, having this particular issue, what do I do about it? And it will give you some information or open a ticket and all. Going forward from 2026, it is going to be more of AI teammates. So humans and AI teammates are going to collaborate together. So they have a shared context. They are actually plugged in. In fact, some of the AI agents will actually get onboarded into a company with a employer type of a thing because you get the same level of access, right?
Okay.
When he is part of your team, they need the same level of access to the same tools. So they can be in your Slack channels or team channels, and they're also plugged into your email system. So the AI agents have the shared memory and the shared context that rest of the team members have, and they collaborate. So that collaboration is going to be much more smooth and friction free. We are heading there in that particular direction right now. I
Okay.
use like say deep research or notebook LM. There are early signs of that AI agents, right? Deep research, I use it on a daily basis. It condenses weeks worth of work for anybody to go through and figure out anything on a topic to about 10 minutes and does an extremely good job of it. And I take those deep research reports and give it to Notebook LM, and I get beautiful video overviews and slides. All this stuff used to take more like a before, right? Now it's all like done 10 minutes. So those type of capabilities keeps getting extended. And in the coding world, now AI agents are pretty much doing lots of stuff, right?
Right.
Reviews done by the AI. So all the enterprises, customer service, 100% is going to go AI.
I'm just curious to know why you have mentioned that you do the deep research and then put it to the notebook LLM. So where do you do, which specific tool do you use to do the deep research? Which model are you using?
So Google Deep Research directly from gemini.google.com, and you can either select the fast mode or thinking
Mm.
mode, doesn't matter really, because Deep Research, what it does is it goes and searches the web of like 100 websites, figures out the relevant content, understands it, analyzes it, and then actually starts writing the whole report, right? And the
Right.
report is about 10, 20 pages. So the model itself, all the models, even the fast models, is fairly good these days. And on top of it, sometimes I do my research or I have some documents that I have downloaded it from the web or anything. You can actually attach them also.
Okay.
So it will do those. It will have a better context of everything, right? The type.
It is, Satya. Hearing from your stories, I can clearly see that you are a very quick learner and a fast learner, and also like up with all the latest text. I have been reading about your book, Educating for AI Driven Future. So, where you have emphasized mostly on the mindset transformations. So, what motivated you more? And also, I see that it's there for you, with you, like since the. So, how did it begin? Could you please speak a little bit about that?
Yeah, the curiosity, exploration, right? These are the two main things, and adaptability. Every look at and every day major leaders that I listen to also are emphasizing these things. Unfortunately, curiosity is generally there when it is in elementary school and all, right? Kids always ask lots of questions and all. And there's a TED talk by Ken. He actually way how schools skill creativity, right? We students in a way that is compliant to the industrial revolution, right? These steps you get to something, right? And curiosity starts dying down, and the people are educated for the sake of exams. Okay, I need to pass this exam, I just learn this one, right? So kill the curiosity over a period of time, then you stop exploring,
Right.
stick to your blinds, right? I'm only learn this, I'm going to get my A or B or whatever you are targeting, and then you stop exploring. And that is where the problem happens, right? The technology is moving super fast, so we have to change that paradigm. That's where I talk about the mindset shift, right?
Okay. Okay.
That change how we are evaluating the students, and to encourage people to start exploring, experimenting, and everything. So project based learning, problem based learning, not a set curriculum, right? These are all the things that are important. Of course, collaboration. Now we only with the humans, now we have to collaborate with AI also,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So that is happening in this the sense. I was an out of box thinker, and the school luckily didn't kill that curiosity, because I went to the libraries, reading books and everything. And even when I was in BITS Pilane, attendance is not mandatory, so I never went to the classes. So spending a lot of time learning Unix and C, exploring everything on my own. So that stayed with me, right?
Okay.
And that's the challenge for the education system, right? That especially when the jobs market is going to be difficult, when AI is able to do lots of these white collar jobs. So what is the point of going to a university? What's the point of going to these things, right? So there is going to be value in all those things, but again, we have to figure out how education systems and transform them for the age of AI, and
Okay.
figure out how do we enhance the human capabilities, right?
Okay.
All the
Okay.
stuff. If AI is able to actually invent and discover, right, it is getting to that level of it, right? Top Gemini, I think around 150 already, and it's going to be like 160. It keeps going, limitation. So it's going. So it's challenging, and I struggle with that. Especially for the next 5 years, I feel the transition is going to be painful for a lot of people, because people are not going to be able to adapt it or not. Maybe in the long run, humanity will survive and do better. The utopia, right? Utopia is going to happen, but the path to utopia is going to be rocky.
So it's definitely great insights from you, Satya. So what I'm hearing mostly from you is the adaptability. Adopt and adapt the AI is inevitable in this current era. Actually, that's something very interesting, and that's what I hear a lot from all of your today's conversation. And faster productivity in terms of our day-to-day activities also, like you have mentioned, creating the slides or the presentations, building all of it using the help of AI is much benefited, and that's what I see from your story.
People, like, for me, important, sharing and everything. And then people will start going into unethical ways, which I already see happening in some parts of it, right? Recently relatives for the approach that he will get a job in one of the Fortune 500 companies, and the guy tells him that he has to pay 25 lakhs bribe in India, and he's
Oh,
in US. you know
okay.
So these a long time kind of situation, right? And that is the thing we got to fight against, this corruption and practices and all. Unfortunately, as I feel, as the AI is getting more and more adapted, and if we are not able to make sure everybody is benefiting from this technology, we will be going in the wrong path. So everybody has to.
That's definitely a powerful takeaway, Satya. So, to all the what Satya is conveying, that adapt to it, but also utilize it to the for the human ultimately. Like use it good cause and not to pollute something. Thank you so much, Satya, for that wonderful reminder to all of us again. So true. So, thank you so much for all the beautiful insights you have given to us today. And I hope all our listeners, you all got good insight from both of us. And one more time, Tasya, thank you so much for being part of this podcast and then sharing your insights. And also, great work from the Sunrise Foundation is what I'm seeing. And the mentorship that you're providing and the courses that you have on the I did read the website. It is very clear and yeah, more work to and thank you so much and wishing you the best.
Thank you so much. There's obviously lots of work. If anybody is interested in actually mentoring the students or students, please reach out, and I'll be happy to connect. We build this whole mentors and mentee network. Thank you so much.